Today and tomorrow, your credit card might be getting a workout. This is Cyber Monday, one of the top shopping days of the year. And then we have Giving Tuesday, when donors typically give more than $1 billion to charities. Well, both of these can be prime days for scams. Let's get tips to get protected from the president and CEO of the Better Business Bureau. Steve Bernas joins us now. Steve, thanks for being here.
My pleasure. Thank you so much.
Okay, first we got to talk about Cyber Monday. It's happening today. Of course, we're all looking to get some deals out there. How can that get in trouble? What do we need to watch for?
There are great deals out there, but be careful because there are some misleading advertisements that were brought to our attention at the Better Business Bureau. And what I mean by that is that those ads sometimes mislead you, or doorbusters. They want you to click on this particular link. And then when you get to the website, it might be something different or a different price, or they may only have one or two and they try to sell you something else. And then you got to be very careful of the phony websites, those tying together. Sometimes a phony website, you can't tell the difference between a regular website and a phony website just by looking at it. You got to dig a little deeper and make sure it has the contact information and other information about it as well, not just looking at it. You can't tell if it's a good company or not.
Yeah, and you, of course, want to go on to websites that you know and trust, I'm guessing, right?
Exactly. Go to the websites that you know and trust and click on the link directly yourself. And so many times consumers just follow a link. It's best to go to the company's website that you know and trust, or join their Facebook page, or use their app and go on that way. Sometimes it's by following a link you can get to have some spam or malware on your computer if it's an incorrect link or a spammer's link.
Steve, I'm guessing that one thing you've told us again and again when it comes to scams, if you find a deal that seems too good to be true, it probably is, right?
It usually, especially this time of the year, because these parents are looking for these sought after items that are really hard to find and get. And guess what? The scammer buys those ads on the top of the search engines, and they will rather, try to entice you, saying they have all these great gifts when they actually don't have any. So you got to be very careful.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Okay, tomorrow's Giving Tuesday. I love this day because it's a time for people to do good, give to charities and nonprofits. But I'm guessing there's some people out there with some bad intentions as well. How do you make sure you're giving to a trustworthy group?
Well, as you mentioned, there's a lot of good charities out there. There's unfortunately some bad charities or scam charities that are out there trying to take advantage of the situation. Make sure you look at the similarities of the name, because sometimes they change one character or one word or switch a couple words around. You think you're donating to the charity that you have done in the past, or a well-known charity when it's actually not. And then review the website. You want to make sure that the charity's website has the information about the contact information, what they're doing with your money, and the programs and services, and the phone number of the charity and things of that nature. Because a well-known charity will want your money today, they'll want it tomorrow and next week. Guess what? The scammer wants your money right now, right today, and they want you to give as fast as possible without thinking about it.
And as people are giving, I'm guessing those bad actors also might want to play on your emotions a little bit.
Especially during the holiday season, because most of the charities receive their money in the last 2 months of the year. So they always play on the emotions. So be very careful of those emotional appeals, or that you have to act now. We want you to, the Better Business Bureau wants you to give, but give wisely. So check on the charity itself before donating, and see if actually it's a charity you want to donate to. Where's the money actually going, and how much is going to administration and fundraising costs and things of that nature. But be very careful out there, because there are some charities that are very questionable, but then by and large, there's a lot of great charities that do want your money and do great work.
So as we do research on these charities, give me some ideas of where I start. How do I do that?
Well, you can go to the Better Business Bureau. We have a website that actually give.org, or our local site, BBB.org, where you find information about the charity itself. So we review them on 20 different standards of charitable accountability. And there's other charity review sites out there. Just do some homework on the charity itself. And you might want to ask the charity to send you some information so you can read about it. And charities, again, will want your money, like I said earlier. They want it, today, tomorrow, next week. It's the ones that quickly want you off the phone and just want your credit card number. But again, looking at the appeal itself and asking to send you some information about the charity itself if you haven't donated to them in the past. But be very careful, because a lot of times these scam charities will take one word or one letter away, and you think you're donating to a charity when it's actually not the charity you wanted to.
It's amazing to me that people usually give more than $1 billion on this day alone. So we're talking about a lot of money that floats around tomorrow.
Exactly. $1 billion is a lot of money, and they say it should be a record-breaking year. Unfortunately, it will be for them, for the charities that need the money. But unfortunately, the scammers always go where the money's at. They hear billion, they're there itself right away. trying to take advantage of the situation, just like they take advantage after any storm or disaster or any other event that happens in the world. The scammer comes out of the woodwork. At the Better Business Bureau, we want you to be informed consumers. The best consumer, contact the BBB first before doing business with a company or charity. We can provide information on those charities for you.
Yeah, and just like with shopping sites, you can go with ones that you've had contact with before, the charities that you've given to before in the past. More information at bbb.org. Steve, thank you as always for being here to let us know what to watch out for.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Happy holidays to you.